Hello everyone, Dana 14th Prime here. Today I want to check out with you guys the Takara Transformers Legends 59. This is Blitzwing, triple changer Voyager class figure. This guy's Headmaster up there, which was Hazard in the Hasbro case, and then he comes with Shuffler down there as well. Typical pack up here for Takara. Of course you see Blitzwing in jet mode there, and straight away very nice, very different purple from what we've seen from Hasbro, so we'll check those two out and compare them. Typical pack up here from Takara with some artwork over here on the side of the box. Some of the product shots, the toy in action in different ways on this side, and of course all of that again on the back laid together. Always pretty cool. And then on the top we get some of our Headmaster action, and that is the packaging. So let's pop this guy in the box and check him out. Of course, let's not forget here the pamphlet Takara gives us, kind of recapping all of the box goodies. Cool artwork there. Product shots over here on this side of the toy, which looks very cool. Tech specs up here. And then, of course, you go inside. Get a longer comic here, Voyager class. Just take a quick scan of this here. Nothing too crazy going on. And then, of course, the instructions on the inside. And here is Blitzwing out of the box. Definitely Takara doing their best that they can to get this guy in G1 shape. Drawing a lot of paint cues from G1 inspiration. It really is a beautiful looking toy. I mean, this guy looks really cool. The really light purple and the much lighter beige, I'll call it, tan, whatever, do have a very different look than the Hasbro version. And we'll get him in here to compare, but just give you a bit of a feel for the figure overall. I mean, those two colors really dominate the figure, but you get some sweet accents there, some gunmetal. Of course, a lot of details cleaned up with the paint, as always, but no remolding or anything like that to try to fix any issues with the underlying mold. But looking very, very cool. So let's get this guy down and compare him to some of his G1 illustrations and see how well Takara did. Okay, so we got Blitzwing over here on the right. I'm going to leave some room on the left to lay in some pictures from the G1 cartoon so we can do a bit of comparison on the G1 toon likeness. And then we'll bring in the Hasbro toy and compare the toy versions as well. But here in bot mode, you can see Takara does a nice job just trying to simplify and clean up everything to three basic colors, the purple, the tan, and kind of what would be sort of a white, or they're using a very light gray. So if we take it from the top, you can see Takara has painted the tank barrel tan. So they've fixed that little piece. And here on his face, they painted his face white. I think Hasbro's was purple even. So they've cleaned that up. Again, I'd say just the overall shade of the beige here is much lighter, much more toon accurate. They've got the little shoulder notch there, accent of purple. That's toon accurate. Trying to get basically all purple forms. When you come into the chest, they've got like the basic marks with the red accents, the yellow accents, the little red there in the chest. That's all good. Even coming a bit lower here in the midsection, you get some darker purple accents. One thing they couldn't fix is the placement of the Decepticon logo. It should be like here on the midsection, but that's just all molded up with detail. So they left the logo up here on the chest. He should have a white belt, or at least the color of the thighs, but difficult to do, a lot of molding detail. They sort of left this as a little bit of a nod, I think, and some of this out here. But probably this whole piece here should be kind of like this off-white or tan gray type color of the legs, which they couldn't quite get. Again, the legs could be lighter, but I think they're basically using the same as Hasbro's probably. I'm not sure this accent, I don't know why they didn't paint that purple, but maybe using that for some of the other alt modes. And then the feet, really cool, kind of purple metallic, a nice cleanup there. So very cool. Definitely a lot of the right marks there and improvements that we'll see versus Hasbro. Come on the side, you're just going to have the kibble with tank treads and stuff that can't really go away. You can see down here on the foot, you know, they're trying to get this would be the G1 transformation. Ideally, you'd get this kind of sitting out there with the beige, but the purple flap doesn't let you. If there had been some different way to fold that, you could have cleaned that up. If that could have rotated and folded back on the leg, that would have been even better. You can't quite get the full tan effect. And then the back here, just show you, I mean, all clean tank turret. In a perfect world, this would be purple as well, but of course they need that for the tank. You can say perfect world. In a fake world where you could change colors, that would be all purple, but not possible because it's part of the tank. The wings, you get the nice gunmetal gray accents here in the middle. So that's a nice touch. And again, Just the purple shooting out looks really, really good. So that's kind of the figure overall. And again, I think a pretty nice job picking up what they can to get us a little bit closer to G1 Blitzwing. So it looks really, really good. Again, just from a deco difference, I'd say significantly different than Hasbro. And let's bring that one in here and compare the two. Okay, so here now we've got Takara on the left, Hasbro on the right. Let's do a bit of the toy comparison. You can see overall just right away, Hasbro's is just darker and everything. Darker purple, darker tan beige color. I think these grays here look to be the same across both figures, but that's about the only core color in common. So if we take it through the top down, again, the beige tank barrel that Takara's done for us versus Hasbro's got purple. Look at their faces and we'll go in closer, but they've got the white face there on Takara versus purple for Hasbro. Same mold otherwise, same even nice accents with the head and the visors and everything. A lot of the same basic detail in here with these core marks. You know, kind of marks of Blitzwing with the red and the yellow. See, Takara did a bit more with a little red accent under here. The Decepticon logos looks like sticker here for Hasbro versus kind of a, a tempo or something printed on there for Takara. Come down to the waist, you can see Hasbro actually looks like took a shot to try to give something of a white waist. So nice nod there, but they didn't quite do it. Probably how it would have been done best, which is you needing these dark purple accents, and then probably below there would have been the gray white color. All purple down through the crotch and the legs, all the same. And then you come down to basically the all purple shin section. Beige here for Hasbro. Takara choosing to accent something different there. We'll see in the different modes. And then, of course, the feet, which is big. Takara given a really nice metallic purple, very well painted foot versus beige there for Hasbro. And then if we just go up into the arms, you can see just clean up, right? I mean, you get the nice little shoulder accent of purple there. All these little things painted. Beige here that Takara had left kind of the gunmetal color, the middle of the arm and all that just all gets cleaned up nice and neat. And then the forms, of course, a big difference. You get all purple form into the nice purple hand, whereas the beige here for Hasbro. So big difference there. But yeah, in terms of deco difference, I mean, it is pretty impactful just with the choice of colors and then where we're applying the paint, especially in major areas like the forms. And then just some of the little accenting, just nice little touches, little cleanups as always from Takara. Does look really good. Side view here, you just see some of that cleanup on the arm a bit more. Some shot of the lower leg, and again, I've just got the Takara version transformed more to be like G1. Now you can put this up on the thigh and kind of blend it, which I think is what Hasbro was more going for. Putting the purple fin on the outside just helps blend it into the side of the leg, but if you want this down, which would be more tune accurate, you can do it like that, only it should be the tan that shows through. And that's where, again, if the second fin had a little swivel or something, it would have been nice to kind of park that up here along the side of the leg and really get the beige to show through. But we didn't get that. Then back of the figure, you get a nice shot of the tank turret there. Again, just big piece of plastic with those underlying beige differences. The wings, Sticker City up over here with Hasbro. Takara cleans all that up, gives you a long purple wing, a nice gunmetal gray accent here. Decepticon logo stamped there on the inside. And Takara's even just kind of painted the heel down here as well, just to kind of blend as much as they can together back here. Though again, we'd want this all purple ideally to be tune accurate. Decepticon logo there by Hasbro on the gun turret. That's a bit of the bot overview. We'll flip them through the different modes and take another look as well. We'll take a look at the Headmasters here, just to get you really close up on that face. Again, same mold, a lot of nice same colors, accent painting. But the white face is the big, meaningful difference here that Takara does. And I'd say probably the yellow's a smidge lighter as well. If we unfold him here, here's what Hazard looks like underneath. And Takara kind of goes for a bit of a mini-me, right? Got the purple legs, kind of yellow head, red eyes, a plain beige face, which you get none of that detail with Hasbro and a gray body. You get some yellow arms there with Takara as well, so pretty typical of what we've seen with Takara spending more time on the Headmaster than Hasbro. And then with Takara here, of course, you get his sword and this big gun molded in that really light purple plastic. And these are the same as what you'd get with Hasbro. They're just the darker purple. So if we come back to our core Blitzwing figure here and put him into tank mode, let's got this pegging mechanism on his shoulder. Just kind of bring that off. Not the peg to the body, but the peg to the shoulder. Bring that off, and you're going to find just all the kibble on his arm just to make the tank tread. So flip that down, twist that, flip that over. Tank tread. Flip that down, rotate the arm, flip that over. We come down to the legs on the back, open up these panels, fold in the feet, be very, very careful. I'm trying to look for a great way to do this, but the clearance is really tight. Maybe give the panel a little push and just minimize the scraping of the foot. The foot has a really great paint application on it, but I'm finding from transformation it's scratching because right there it's just tight clearance anyway you want to try to get in there. But give it a little push and just keep it totally out of the way, because my foot is definitely getting scratched. And then close that back up. No, I'm sorry, don't close that up yet. Now we can kind of fold in the leg to take the thigh away. And then you can fold it up and there's a peg here. Peg the legs together. Then kind of get these pointed downward. We come back to the tank treads here. This is going to basically peg into the hand, and these flaps just kind of sit in the inside there. You get that lined up. So it'll sit inside there. Just get all that nice and secure. These wings just kind of wrap down, so give that a fold there and a fold down. So fold in the tip, fold down. Those just kind of sit back in there. I've never found it to be too perfect, but you can peg them down in there. Let's not forget the chest. This comes down like this. And then the big turret section just kind of pulls over, twist it, and set it back down. And there he is. Again, we'd be looking for still fickle pegs here. Same with Hasbro. We'd be looking for kind of the all beige tank. We get a lot of it, but you get definitely the big purple section in the back because that's going to be the jet. So if we bring Hasbro in here side by side, check out some of the comparisons. You can see obviously the main color, right? But then Takara's also got a nice, more metallic gunmetal gray on the treads versus this just like plain gray plastic here for Hasbro. Got a sticker there. Hasbro's done. Stickers on the wings. Again, just some nice cleanup here that Takara's done in the kind of bicep joint. Keep that all the same color. We'll just do this to get a bit of a topside comparison. Again, purple in the back, the same, just the shade, right? The wing accents come through different. Decepticon logo on the top there, the tank, the barrel difference, little accent here. Takara just trying to blend all that in as much as possible. Here from the front view, you see Takara's got, the purple because they painted the feet. That purple all the way on the front end looks nice. And then the wing differences, again, beige here, whereas Hasbro is using kind of this other plastic more for the jet mode that shows through there. And then nothing too interesting really in the back or the bottom. Okay, so now if we want to go into jet mode, his third mode, gotta loosen up the wing there. Unpeg it at the hand point. It's tight. Unpeg it at the shoulder point from the body. And then just flip the whole section forward. There's a peg up here, but get your tail fin situated because they kind of work in tandem. So tail fin comes up, and these all kind of fit together like a puzzle. Then just fold the arms back, and there's a peg back here, round peg hole. There's some pegs up here in the front, which should hit as well. Kind of fold out the wings. Got a flap under there, remember. Flatten those out. Flap down these tail fins. Looking very nice. Flip out the whole jet front end. And then from here, the nose. If you want to get your Headmaster in the cockpit, you go about it this way. And then this just sits back here. This is where the wheels are, so that all sits underneath. There it is. And if we just take a topside view here, Takara on the left, of course. Big striking purple difference, obviously. windshield more clear here versus more of a blue. I would say this is more gray versus that is more white. And here you can see these accents fitting together with the nose of the cone, so that's why they've chose to do that. Purple engines show up and look nice versus the beige. Again, the wing's a big difference. You get the gunmetal striping there. The Decepticon logo versus the big sticker coverage. The fins here, again, just weird that Hasbro introduced this other white color, which kind of works here, and then with the nose. But Takara keeping that the beige of the tank. So not choosing to put a third color in play there. View from the side here, you can see Takara. You get a bit of a nice all-purple front end here. A lot of the beige underneath here with Hasbro, kind of impacting the jet. Takara does that a bit better, at least for just this very front section. You know, the arms probably being painted help as well, just kind of bring all the jet purple together. And then again here, for my money, I like that the tail fin's beige here. Fits more with the overall color scheme versus Hasbro picking that white tail fin. Kind of just looks like it doesn't fit as well. And then back at the figure here, again, big difference going to be the engine area, which Takara painted purple. But I will say here, maybe having this section purple like Hasbro works a bit better in jet mode, whereas Takara went beige there to kind of blend that more into back of the leg in bot mode. And let's not forget to take a quick look at Shuffler here. Takara on the left, Hasbro on the right. Very, very different. So probably won't grind a lot of detail comparisons here, but really just got black and gray and silver for Takara versus kind of this plum and tan. For Hasbro, red eye there. For Takara versus a blue eye. For Hasbro, Autobot logo, Decepticon logo. Okay, so they've switched them up a bit. So maybe this isn't even Shuffler if he has some Decepticon equivalent. I don't know. Feel free to leave a comment if you do know. So he basically has the two modes similar to Ram Horn. So if we make him a gun, gonna pull that down, fold down the back legs, flip this down to unveil the gun barrels, and then just give it a spin. And there you go. This is his gun. All these different barrels. Kind of a pretty cool kind of front end cover type thing. Handle back here. So that's the big boss gun. And then he goes into a sled, which is something more just like this. And then I think we just put that down. And then, yeah, your Headmaster would just sort of hang back here like this and drive the sled. So that looks pretty cool. So there you have it, guys. Takara versus Hasbro. One thing I haven't shown you yet still. Pop in the collars. Dark purple versus light purple. So pretty much what you'd expect. Here's a quick look at just with those collars up a little bit closer. You can see how it all blends together. They both blend together to their respective purples very nicely. I think what Takara does for the deco here, just the overall color differences, you know, fundamentally different choices, they have a big impact. As usual, all the little cleanup, you know, is nice. And things like purple forms to kind of get the accuracy even better. Very much appreciated. And then getting out of like stickers is a pretty big deal. When you think about the longevity of this figure, you're going to have problems with stickers and things like that. You're not going to with this guy over here. Plus you get the Decepticon Shuffler. So when you start to think about, you know, the price difference between these two, there's definitely some things you can point to for, you know, extras and then more value over here with Takara. So though the Hasbro figure is cool, I think, you know, if you really are a Blitzwing fan or you want to kind of take it up a notch, definitely Takara, as always, does a nicer job. But here, I think even for how different it is, I think you get your money's worth for sure. So links in the description below if you're interested in picking up either Hasbro or Takara Blitzwing or any Transformers. Be sure to check out my Amazon page as well. Thanks for checking in, and I'll see you next time.